Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. There is a problem in hydraulics, particularly on rotated vessels. Um, to tell you frankly, it is only this time that I will, I am going to present the solution to this problem. I already solved this for so many times, and it is only now that I am convinced that this final answer in this video, though not equal but very close to the reported answer by the authors. This problem was taken as problem 14 on page 82 of Hydraulics by King, Whistler, and Woodburn. A conical vessel with base uppermost is rotated about its axis, which is vertical. Although the vessel was filled with water when at rest, after it is rotating at a speed of 60 revolutions per minute, only zero point 0.5 cubic foot of water remains within it. So determine the ratio between the diameter of the base and the altitude. So let's have the figure. We will call the diameter of the base as capital D and the altitude as big H. This is the surface formed, and this is also the volume, equivalent volume of water that will be spilled. This is the volume of water that is retained within the conical vessel, and this volume is volume of cone minus volume of this paraboloid of revolution. The surface of the paraboloid of revolution is tangent at the upper rim, and so the slope of the slanted side is also the slope of the surface at the upper rim. So first, tangent of theta is big H over radius. This is supposedly radius, and the radius is diameter over 2. And it is omega square r over g. That's the formula, where omega is in radians per second. So tangent theta is h over radius, and radius is 0.5 d, equals omega square r is also d over 2, then over g. Since omega is 60 revolutions per minute, so we multiply it by 2 pi radians per revolution times 1 minute is 60 seconds, so that we can cancel 60, it is 2 pi radians per second. H over r is tangent theta equals omega square r over g. So that means h is omega square r square over g. Likewise, the formula for h derived in the lecture part is omega square r square over 2g. So replacing this omega square r square over g by big H, that means that h is half of big H. And that is true for parabolic segment. The tangents at the tangents to this parabolic surface will have an altitude, or the tangents intersect with height from the point of tangency, or distance from the point of tangency. Big H is twice the height of this parabolic segment. And you learned that from surveying also. I will just verify it here because the surface is parabolic. Then 0.5 is, so H is 2H. Volume retained, or the volume that remains within the tank, is equal to volume of cone minus volume of paraboloid. Volume of cone pi radius square altitude over 3, while the volume of paraboloid is 1/2 pi radius square times h, which is small h in this case. And small h is h over 2. So 0.5 equals pi over 3, radius is diameter over 2 square, altitude is h, minus pi over 2, diameter over 2 square, altitude h, small h or h over 2. So pi, radius square, altitude of cone over 3, that's the volume of cone. Volume of paraboloid, 1/2 the volume of the circumscribing cylinder, right circular cylinder. So pi over 2 radius square h. Substituting, so we have pi diameter square h over 12, while this one is pi diameter square h, which is h over 2 over 8. So simplifying, combining these two like terms at the right, so 0.5 equals pi diameter square h over 48. Then we cross multiply, that means pi d square h is equal to 24. 48 times 0.5. Call that equation 1. Then let's proceed to this ratio here, and we substitute omega equals 2 pi. So h over 0.5 d equals quantity 2 pi square r, which is diameter over 2 over g. Simplifying, h is pi square diameter square all over pi square diameter square all over g. So pi square diameter square over g. Then we cross multiply. Let's break pi square into pi and pi so that gh or hg over pi equals pi d square. Then we substitute the value of pi d square in equation 1, which is equal to hg over pi. So we have hg over pi times big H equals 24. Replacing g, which is acceleration due to gravity, and let's just use 32 feet per second square here. So 32 feet per second square times h, big H over pi times h equals 24. From here, we can now solve for h. It is square root of 24 pi over 32 in feet, and that is equal to square root of 3 pi over 2, which is approximately 1.535 feet. We then substitute this value of h into equation 1, then we can now solve for the diameter. So pi diameter square times 1.535 equals 24. So the diameter is equal to 2.231 feet. Finally, we can now obtain the ratio between the diameter and the altitude of the cone. So 2.231 divided by 1.535 is approximately 1.453. So this is my final answer to this problem based on my analysis, and the reported answer by the authors to this problem is 1.43. So since this is closed, I think I analyze it correctly, and I'm open to those viewers who can show that the answer is 1.43 if they have somewhere else in mind. So that's it for this video.